you're being condescending. Alright? Let's move forward amicably.
Okay, well, check this out, though. First of all, you're throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
Okay, see, now you found yourself a nigga. You looking for a nigga? Nigga here now, see?
My mind is so spectacular. Open up your aperture. You don't like the light that I be shining, bitch. You Dracula. Southern draw vernacular. Flip you like a spatula. Knew that I was built to put this word up on my scapula. I've been on this road so long, my tires bald. I don't wanna text and no, I don't wanna call. Came in this shit running, bitch. I don't know how to crawl. We ain't never folding, I'm holding the highest card. Look, okay, grew up running post routes. Now I'm on the cash route. Better call the plumber. That boy spitting like a bass spout. All these bad women in this club, fuck is you mad about? Word to all my estheticians, boy, I'm about to lash out. Straight from St. John's to the east side, jigging since the knee high. Watch the way I put on for my state, nigga, yeehaw. Respecting no Aretha. Crazy how I made it to the league from the bleach eyes. Boy, my shit hair wrong, black, rich, and bare arms. Smoking on that yogi, this shit stronger than some bare arms. Goku, I'm in rare form, you cannot prepare for him. When I swing, it's like a carnival, this shit ain't fair for him. Brought intellect back to this rap shit, you niggas need chapstick. Shit been dry for way too long, and I'm the matchstick. You niggas Nickelodeon me, I'm more like Cap Nick. Cap a nigga, throw him in. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said that I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. About to blow like we just lit the fuse. We double dutch into this dough, I get this shit in twos. Push the button, get it started, put that shit in cruise. A little dust up on his heart, I barely get to use. A fool flatters himself, a wise man flatters the fool. Man, I just came to get it started like mechanics with tools. Cause in my hood, if you don't pack a tool, you planning to lose. These young boys deserve Oscars, they be acting a fool. A couple loose screws, but they hammer accurate. Ooh, I know some niggas stuck on drugs and manufacture it too. School of hard knocks, we all got our bachelor's. Food, no cap and gowns, but we all had to master. Party favors on the table, you can pick and choose. I would be lying if I said it, I don't get confused. I'm just a player in the game and I don't pick the rules. Why trouble always seem to find the ones with shit to lose. I'm dumb lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh rack, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, leaving my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need a brake light. Say she don't smoke, but she always smoke with me, yeah. Backwards in the air, back up in the ovaries, yeah. All my ops, they stay running like they over ease, yeah. Even my masseuse can't just get too close to me, yeah. Shout out to Next, soon as the ink dry, we count out the checks, yeah. I never flex, I bought up a business, you bought up a section. I'm at the top of my class, yeah. Y'all never learned from your lesson. Skywalker gave me the force, yeah. Turn this into an obsession, yeah. I couldn't wait on the team, cooking shit up with just me run play, yeah. Things never are what they seem, but we know the facts, yeah. Charging that shit to the game, but now I pull up with a battery pack, yeah. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, and we can just leave it at that. I'm dumb lit, it's about to be a late night. Fresh rack, shawty, show me what it tastes like. Niggas know me in my city like I'm Wayne Wright. Got them looking up to me and we the same height. Ooh, I got it bad, deep in my bag. Foot on the gas, they cannot last. Swimming with the sharks, bitch, that's a great white. Never stopping, we don't even need no brake lights. Big bro, why they call you big bro? Every time we hit the bank, we deposit zip codes. Well connected with the streets like we out in Skid Row.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B Jizzle. Before you get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos, hit that like button. Y'all come in here, hit the share, subscribe, hit that Cash App, at Slick Rick 1991, $ Slick Rick 1991. Son, as y'all, continue. Venmo is going to be at BJ/. MATHEWS/1. That is our Venmo. You know what I'm saying? You guys continue to show your love to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. We continue to drop love to you on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. And last but not least, make sure y'all get y'all super stickers and super comments that are available right there in the chat. Last but not least, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. All right, y'all. So let's get into it, man. Sunday morning, pre-recorded video. I know I ain't been able to do the lives, man, but it's just, like I said before, man, it's just been so busy. Actually, next week will be the week I start dropping. I'll be start doing shows for the network. So I will be putting that on the community post where y'all can find the shows that I'll be doing for the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? They already starting us in the off season, so you guys will enjoy that. But anyway, I want to discuss something that happened yesterday. Of course, the USA won, gold yesterday, and just off of that, I'm saying that realm, man. There's been some discussions, and the discussion we're going to talk about today is a discussion that has been kind of brewing for quite a period of time. This has been brewing, and I think it's appropriate right now. It's hot, so it's definitely something that we can discuss and talk about. But before we do that, congratulations to Team USA for winning gold yesterday against France. This is their 5th consecutive gold medal in the Olympic Games. So all hail to, Team USA. And the player that was able to lead them to the promised land yesterday again was none other than Mr. Steph Curry, who had a total of 24 points and 8 3-pointers. All of his points were just basically off of 3-point shots. And as y'all can see right here in the headline, it says USA uses Curry to burn France. He's holding the flag right there. So let's read. It says, in a stop in the international men's basketball world once again after Curry's scored 24 points and all on 3-pointers and led the way to a 88-7 win over France in the final at the Paris Games on Saturday night. It was the 5th consecutive gold medal for the U.S. and the 17th in 20 all-time appearances for the Americans at the Games. Damn, 17 gold medals and 20 time appearances. Dang. That's good. That's what you call dominance. That's what you call we the the mecca of basketball. So that's what you call that. And this is what Steph Curry had to say after the game. He said, "You just stay confident, stay present, and don't get rattled by the moment." Said Curry, who had 17 3-pointers in his last 2 games, starting with 9 against Serbia to get to the gold medal game. All right, so that is Mr. Stephen Rodell Curry. As y'all come here, smash that like button. We're going to talk and depict a few things. And I want to give a shout out to my man, Who Is Hendo. If you guys don't know Who Is Hendo, man, make sure y'all go follow him. He's a content creator. Great content, talks about the Warriors and things of that nature. Definitely a Warriors fan. Steph Curry fan. Just great content. As a matter of fact, I'll go and put my man on the screen so y'all can actually go check him out. He has a lot of good content over there, man, really building his channel. He also does music as well. But he's definitely, insightful when it comes to basketball talk. But he dropped a video yesterday or this morning. I guess it released this morning, but I'm presuming he dropped it yesterday. Just was released this morning, and he came out and said that he feels Steph Curry is over LeBron James. He couldn't do it anymore. He feel like this performance right here puts Steph Curry over LeBron James. So we gonna dive into that and my thoughts about it. But this is a conversation that's been kind of coming up. Really, if you want to be honest about it, ever since Steph won his 4th ring, ever since that 2022 win against Boston, you can see Steph kind of getting the recognition he deserves. After that, performance he had against, the Celtics, people were talking about, is he top 10? I remember doing a video a couple years back, is like asking myself and asking the people, is he top 10 in the NBA, top 10 of all time? And you have people, have make that discussion. You have people on my show saying that Steph Curry is top 10. Shout out to my man Bruce, who's a Warrior fan, a Golden State fan. He said he's top 10. You had a couple other people on my podcast at the time said he's top 10. So this has kind of been a discussion for, a period of time about Steph Curry moving up in the rankings and the ladder. He's 35 years old, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like he's still got quite a few years left to play, at the level he's at. Now, when you look at Golden State and how they're building their team, they just let go of Klay Thompson. So right now they're, in a phase right now, they're trying to, build a team to, compete. Um, they still have Draymond Green there. They got, some other young talent, Trace Jackson Davis, Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga is going to be a person this year that needs to have a breakout year for Golden State to be great. He's a two-way demon. He's a two-way player. He wants to get better. He's been working out in the lab all summer. So, players like that, you have to, give them you got to give them, the keys. But it looks like Steph Curry, like I'm seeing, is definitely, coming to his own. And he is being in those talks again. Is he the top 10 player of all time? Is he over LeBron James? Right. That's the discussion right now. Is he over LeBron James? Now, I did a video the other day. If you guys did not know, I did a video the other day about Steph Curry. Is he the best player of this generation? Y'all go check that video out, where I depicted some stuff about, how I feel about, people putting Steph Curry as the best player of this generation. So when I talk about, and I put this on the screen as well, Steph Curry listed his 5 players of this past era. It was LeBron James, it was Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, himself, and James Harden. Those are the 5 players of the best 5 players of this past generation. Now, the video I did was inspired by Crunch Time TV, who said that, Steph Curry was the best player of this generation because he had winning records against LeBron, Kevin Durant, and James Harden on this list. But as I informed the masses, is that the only person that had a winning record against Steph Curry is Kawhi Leonard of this past era. Everybody else has been losing to Steph Curry. Russell Westbrook, Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, James Harden. All these players have been losing to Steph Curry. The only person that's had a winning record against Steph Curry is Kawhi Leonard. And that's why I keep telling people the NBA needs to be grateful this man's been hurt. The NBA needs to be, they're lucky this man has been hurt. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people's legacies would be different if this man did not miss so many playoffs. You talk about 6 postseasons this man has missed in the last, 8 years, 7, 8 years. He either missed or he didn't complete. 2017, 2018, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. 6 postseasons in 7, 8 years he has missed. That is insane. So people need to be lucky this man has not been healthy at the worst times possible. But I digress from that. It's about Steph Curry. So obviously, if you look at the accomplishments, the people on the list I just showed you, the 2 players that have the most accomplishments on that list is Steph Curry and LeBron James. Now, I'm going to say this, man, and I put it on the screen last time. I said, I cannot put Steph Curry over LeBron James at this moment. And I'm going to tell you why. If you look at just all the things from top to bottom, and we're going by the era, we're going by the last, 10 years, from 2010 to 2021. If you say he's the best player of this era, if you look at Steph Curry before 2010 or before 2015, you had a guy who was still, coming into his own into the league. He was trying to get out the first round. I remember when we played him, the Clippers played the Warriors, and we beat them in 7 games with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. And that Steph Curry had, that young team in 2014 with Mark Jackson. Everybody really, took a liking to that team. They were the fun team to watch. They're starting to come into their own and things of that nature. They ran a great offense. They had Steve Kerr coming next year and they won a championship. But the first 4 years of 2010, Steph Curry was just trying to come into his own and get his feet in there, get his feet wet. You guys know he dealt with some injuries as well. He dealt with injuries to his ankles. He wasn't, particularly really a person that you look at as one of the top players in the NBA. You had a lot of other guards who were just over him. You had Chris Paul. You had, Russell Westbrook, who was, people forget, OKC was the, top team, with Kevin Durant, before, 2015 and Warriors became into their own. You had Damian Lillard was up there. Even though Steph has a winning record against Damian Lillard, before 2014, Damian Lillard was already, getting his team to the playoffs year after year with less assistance, with, a team that, wasn't really built around him, right? So there was a lot of great talent. John Wall was coming into his own. You had a lot of point guards. And Steph Curry was, not as you looked at as the best point guard at that time. So what happens? In 2016, obviously, he has the back-to-back unanimous MVPs in 2015 and 2016. And that's when you look at, okay, well, Steph is the best point guard in the NBA. Right? There was a small stint when Russell Westbrook was right there with him. I think after they beat the Thunder that year in 2016, when they came back from that 3-1 lead, I think that was to determine who was going to be the best point guard between Steph and Russ. And Steph and, the Warriors were able to prevail. So that is what Steph had, to do, the first 4 years to get into, that type of, company. 2015 to 2020, Steph was all world, of course. The 3 championships, in that decade, in that era. You had, the 2 back-to-back unanimous MVPs. You had the, clutch shot making. You had the dynasty that was built with Steph Curry. So that's what he did. But if you look at LeBron James from 2010 to 2020, bro, first off, LeBron James came into the league already with a lot of, expectation. Probably, and this is a guy I'm not a big fan of. I am not a big fan of LeBron James at all. But as I got to tell you, I got to keep it real with y'all. LeBron coming into the league already was looked at as, looking to try to take the torch right out the gate. Right? Rookie of the year, making the playoffs was his second year, like his third year of his career, taking his team to the finals. His fourth year against, the San Antonio Spurs, his fourth year took him to the NBA Finals, right? And then, after that, he was just, up from there. You had, him and Kobe and Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett and, players like that carrying the league. And then by 2011, you can say LeBron was the best player in the NBA. 2011, 2012, in my personal opinion. So you're talking about him starting off the decade from 2010 to beyond. You had 8 NBA Finals appearances within 2010 to 2020. 8 appearances to the NBA Finals. Right? Now, people may say, okay, that's because the East was weak. I'm just stating what he did. 8 NBA Finals appearances, 2 MVPs, multiple All-NBA defensive teams, multiple All-NBA teams. The statistics, that he that he accomplished, in that whole era, that decade. You can make a case that 2018 LeBron was probably, you can make a case, I'm not saying it is, but you can make a case that was the greatest player of all time, that 2018 LeBron. You can make a case. I'm going to say that again. You're going to make a case. So you look at just everything in entirety and what, Steph Curry has done and what LeBron James has done. And I know we're talking about just this past era, but I'm putting things in perspective. Steph really had to get used to the NBA before he started getting the shine he got. And LeBron, yes, he had to get used to the NBA in terms of winning a championship. But as far as being a dominant player and a dominant force, he came into the league at that type of, fervor. Like right when he stepped into the NBA, like he was already NBA ready. Right? His jump shot was not, prevalent, but he had an NBA body, he had the athleticism, he had the size, he had the speed, he had the quickness, he had, the ability to carry his team year after year. Outside of those first 2 years where they didn't make the playoffs, it's just 2 different animals, 2 different beasts. So when you look at the accomplishments, when you look at their games, you look at the eye test, you look at their statistics, you look at, the moments they've been able to, be in the big moments. I mean, LeBron just, I'm telling you, I do not like this dude. I'm not a big LeBron guy, but to say that Steph is over LeBron, I just think that's more so people saying that because they're more impressed with Steph Curry and what he has done over what LeBron has done. And that's fair. And see, that's something I would rather say than somebody saying that Steph is over LeBron. I got to put him over him. Because here's the thing. LeBron at 6'9", 250, 260, it was expected to be, what he was supposed to be as far as, coming into the league. Just a dominant brute force. A guy like Steph Curry, people don't really look at him as, an NBA star. Like he's 6'2", a regular sized human. He's taller actually when you actually close to him, he's actually bigger than what you expect. Like, I've been in front of Steph Curry. I'm like, damn, he's kind of tall. Like he don't even look tall like on TV, but he actually has size to him. He's 6'2", and he has a nice little build. He used to be skinny as hell. People don't remember when he was in the 2016 finals. If you go back and watch, he was skinny as like a twig. People used to talk about how you can push Steph Curry around all the time, but he got bigger and stronger. He was in the weight room, and he was able to, now you can't just push him around. That's all a myth now. You can't just push him around where you want to push him. So that's kudos to just him working on his, his body, his skills. And that's why I think a lot of people think of him as the most influential player of all time next to Michael Jordan. I would say that. I would say Steph is the more influential player, meaning that he influences more people. If you want me to be honest, I think he is a person that's more relatable to people. And, for this generation, he's going to be, somebody that a lot of people look up to. The small guards, who want to be like him. And what's funny is Steph, how people say when you get older, you get worse. I think Steph has gotten better. I think Steph got at least about another 3-4 good years, like great years, great prime years. I think about 3 more great prime years that he got, because his ability to, first of all, shoot, and his ability to move without the ball, he's in great condition. Number one, that's a big thing. He's in great condition. He keeps his body in tip-top shape. He can run all day. So you don't really have to have, his athleticism he doesn't rely on that. He relies on his, his ball movement, his skill, his shooting, his ball is dribbling, things of that nature to be productive. So with that being said, like Steph can play till he's like about 40 years old. Same with LeBron. It's just gonna look a lot different. But how I say, people say he's right over LeBron now. I can't do that. I just can't do that. And this is coming from somebody, again, that do not like LeBron James at all. I don't like how he plays. I don't like his game. I cannot relate to it. It doesn't really say feed my desire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's something where I say like it's I don't really have too much, to gloss over him. But I'm a fan of Steph Curry. I love Steph Curry. I love his game. I love how he plays. I love how he, lifts up his teammates. I love how his aura is when you're around him. That's why I like, when it comes to Steph. I know a lot of people are Warrior fans on my channel that love Steph. But if you had a choice to pick who's a player that you would, choose over the other, like to start a team and, lead you to it, at least lead you to the change. I'm not saying win it, but I'm saying lead you to one. I'm about to go with LeBron because we've seen it more times than not, right? We've seen it, when he as the guy, he can lead you to it, and that's just natural. Like I said, the bigger player tends to be the guy who has, more tools in his toolbox to, exploit. That's why if you look at the top 10 list, most of those guys are either wings or they're, bigs. Jordan, Kareem, Kobe, Magic, who's the only point guard, but he's 6'9", Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, LeBron, of course. Like, all these dudes in the top 10 are like 6'1", what, 6'4", 6'5" and up. You know, they're big guys. Like Steph is 6'2", 6'3". Like they say 6'3", but I think he's 6'2". It's not it's unusual to have a player that size to be in that type of, you know what I'm saying, that type of discussion. Now, what I will say is I will put Steph Curry as, if you want to say he's the best point guard ever, I mean, that's a better argument than saying is he over LeBron right now, because it's just so much that LeBron James brings to the table, bro. It's just so much stuff that he brings to the table. But what I will say is this, and I'm gonna stand by this. I think Steph is more mentally tougher than LeBron, and I'm not kidding about that. Meaning, I think Steph. I think there's that moment, the moment that, you know, it's time for, you know, somebody, you know, put the ball in the basket, and it's time to, you know what I'm saying, make a big shot or I think when it comes to that, taking over a game at the end, I think LeBron shies, and it's kind of crazy we're still even talking about this. LeBron James shies away from that, and Steph, he has more of a mindset that his confidence doesn't waver, right? I think LeBron's confidence, when a game is going a certain way, he'll look to, you know, not really want to go to the free throw line. I don't have a problem with him making the right play, but those historic moments, those big shots, you know what I'm saying, those moments like just like really yesterday, I think Steph is more inclined and more naturally built for those moments over LeBron. So I kind of get why people will put Steph over him, because it's kind of like a Kobe effect. Well, you know, whoever has the last shot, or, you know, those, you know, big, you know, key moments, you know, give the ball to Steph Curry over LeBron. I get that. But as a totality and how I rank players, I go by what is your body of work, and what kind of player do you, when you put your player on your team, what is he able to, you know what I'm saying, bring out of you, right? And there's this discussion about, you know, LeBron getting his MVP over Steph. You know, was Steph robbed? Yeah, I think he was. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's called most valuable player. So people say, well, Steph, you know, like LeBron was the reason why, you know, they won, and, you know, he was the best player and stuff like that. Well, if you look out throughout the, you know, the medal games, and, you know, outside the exhibition games, the game against South Sudan, that was the first biggest performance of the whole tournament for USA. When Kevin Durant went 8 for 9 from the field, the first game he came back from, Kevin Durant went 8 for 9. Those two games against South Sudan, Kevin Durant was the best player, right? The game against Puerto Rico was Anthony Edwards, right? Against Puerto Rico was Anthony Edwards. And then the games against, you know, Serbia, and then against, you know, of course, yesterday against France, it was Steph Curry. When I say the best player, I'm saying the most impactful player, and who was the headliner at the end of the game. So I don't know what these people are talking about. LeBron James was the more impactful player, and he was the most. There was really nothing. There was really, I don't know how many games I can really count where he was like looked at as the headliner, right? So I guess when people say the most valuable player, it means like, you know, him being the guy who made, you know, stops throughout the game on defense, which is very important. You know, him doing the things, you know, the little things necessary for the team to win. But if you talk about the guys who showed out as far as, you know, the performances, I mean, you can name 5-6 games where it was either Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry, or, you know, Kevin Durant. I mean, even Joel Embiid last game against Serbia was big. They were talking about Joel Embiid. So I'm not really sure when they they wanted to give the award to LeBron. Like I said before, man, and it comes down to just simply this. There was a certain makeup and there was a certain agenda they wanted to bring out to send LeBron off. This will be LeBron James's last Olympics as the MVP. So they had to send him off. You know what I'm saying, with that accomplishment. I mean, that's why people say conspiracy theories. That's why when people say conspiracy theories, I kind of laugh, because this is not even conspiracy theories. This is just damn common sense, bro. This is just common sense. What you're seeing right before your eyes is a guy getting, accolades and getting things, and agendas are being pushed. I mean, from his son getting into the NBA draft, guaranteed contract as a 56 pick, which ain't never been done in NBA history. Is not people getting so hung up on him being picked, being the NBA. It's not even that. It's the fact that he got a guaranteed contract. He didn't even have. That means he don't have to even work for his contract. He don't have to even work for his deal. It's already guaranteed. Second round picks are not guaranteed to be in the NBA. That's only for the first 30. So you get your son in as a 56 pick with no college resume. And we did a video about this, about Bronny, his first year getting, averaging 4 points per game. We did a video about this. So for you to have that on your resume and still be able to get the benefit of the doubt of getting a guaranteed contract, that's one. And then you got this whole thing with, you getting this MVP. And then a number of things also LeBron James is able to, put together. Bro, it's just one thing after another where it's like, it's like, sometimes I look at LeBron fans that it's like this dude can get away with murder and people will still make an excuse for him. One after another. Right? But like I said, man, I'm going to be honest. I cannot put Steph Curry over LeBron James at this point. I just can't do it. Right? But that takes care of that, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I will be dropping more videos this upcoming week. But again, the new network will be starting up next week for the Clippers. I will send y'all the links and all the the information of where y'all can find it at, things of that nature. But in next time, we respectfully pull up a chair, pull live. Peace. Out of here like swim well.
like that.